Okay, Year 11, we're going to look at how to write a speech now and what a speech looks like. This is a speech from a Member of Parliament called Yvette Cooper, and she's making a speech about the migrant crisis, stating that she would like people to make a stand and support migrants who are coming overseas in order for a better life. Let's have a look at how she has structured her speech. By the side of an Austrian road, a lorry, a logo on the side, designed to transport original Slovenian products, ham and chicken, in a sealed fridge. Inside, 71 bodies. Straight away, she is using an interesting opening that grabs the reader's attention. It shocks us. She sets up the view that it is a normal lorry and then tells us straight away what the issue is, the fact that there are 71 bodies. She's using facts to support ideas. You would use your text that you have been given in order to provide facts that you can put in your speech. 71 people. It looks like they came from Syria. Families, children, a little girl just 2 years old. Lots of full stops there to break the writing down, to really make it clear the points that she wants to make. They must have travelled through Turkey or Greece, through the Balkans, Hungary. Many days' journey by road. Maybe they came from Homs, where just a few weeks ago 200 innocent men, women, and children were kidnapped by ISIL. We've got the use of emotive language, really getting a response from the listener, making it clear what she wants them to think. Maybe they came from camps where thousands are living in desert tents without running water, proper schooling, or medical care. Who knows how much they paid the traffickers to put them in the lorry, sealed the fridge door, and drove off while they suffocated to death. A truly terrible story. Again, we've got short sentences that gives the reader the chance to think. So we've broken down our ideas into separate moments. Don't be afraid of writing short paragraphs. And all the more terrible because it isn't uniques. More facts to support her main point. Just 2 days later, 3 children found close to death from dehydration in the back of a crowded minivan. 52 people found dead in the hull of a boat, beaten by the smugglers into an airless hold, required to pay money to come up to breathe. Those that couldn't suffocated to death. 100 people drowned locked in the hold of a capsized boat. More facts are being used in this piece of writing. Remember to use your text that you have been given and use those facts in your speech to make your point clear. Even on our own doorstep, 9 people have died in the last 3 months trying to cross from Calais to Dover, trapped on the wheel arches of lorries, crushed jumping onto fast-moving trains, or electrocuted on power lines. We've got the inclusive first-person pronoun. I, me, my, we, our. It includes the reader. It makes them think that they are with you. It makes them interested in what you've got to say. And more importantly, it makes them believe what you've got to say. And that's what a good speech does. Terrible stories of tragedy, torture, desperation. List of 3, really hammering home what the message is. But the tragic stories are not just of those who have died. They are of millions more who have lost their homes and are now desperately seeking sanctuary or stability to rebuild their lives. Seeking sanctuary, stability, that S sound makes those words clearer. It makes the point clearer. The exhausted mother desperately holding her baby's head above the waves. More emotive language. The children who have had no schooling for months. The former teachers, office workers, shop owners, business people, now refugees, sleeping in bus stations, paying gangs to ferry them by night. A list, an example of the people affected. By using that list, it adds more detail to the point that you're going to make. In your speech, think, is there a list that you can use to really display and share your ideas? This has become a humanitarian crisis on a scale we have not seen on our continent since the Second World War. Here, she is referring to something that people know, that people have got an idea about, so we can make a similar link. In your speech, is there anything that you can make a link to so your reader, your listener, really understands what you're trying to say? Yet we seem paralysed to respond, stuck in the troubled politics of immigration when this is about asylum instead, stuck treating immigration and asylum as the same thing when they are completely different and we should keep them so. Stuck hiding behind disputes over student visas, illegal working, or European agency workers when none of that has anything to do with refugees. Stuck talking only about migrants when we should mean fathers, sons, sisters, brothers, daughters, mothers. Stuck in political cowardice that assumes British voters' unease about immigration means they will not forgive anyone who calls for sanctuary, even though our nation has given shelter to the persecuted for centuries and sometimes moral leadership is needed. That repetition of stuck really gives a rhythm and a pace to the speech. It really makes it clear what she is trying to say, and it gives us more examples. It makes her more believable. And it's not just us. All Europe is struggling to respond. We can't carry on like this. It's immoral, it's cowardly, and it's not the British way. Hundreds of thousands of refugees are fleeing from a new totalitarianism, and Europe has to help, just as we did in generations past. We've got that inclusive first person pronoun again. We should be strong enough and resilient enough to rise to the challenge, not turn our backs, but we can only do that together. In the recession of the 1930s, Britain didn't just open its hearts to the 10,000 children of the Kindertransport, but our homes. It is that strength of compassion that makes Britain great. So that is why today I am asking the Home Secretary to change policy. I'm asking the Prime Minister to show leadership and pledging my support if he does. I'm asking Parliament to back him. I'm asking Scotland and Wales to agree. I'm asking councils to offer places. I'm asking communities to offer help. I'm asking faith groups and charities to show the way. I'm asking campaigning organisations to mobilise transport. I'm asking everyone to do their bit, however large or small. The truth is, I'm not really asking very much at all. I'm asking us to do something we've done before, something we will do again to help those who need us. I'm asking Britain to be Britain. A really powerful ending here, making it clear what she wants. It sounds very simple, it's very effective, and it gets the point across. That is what you need to write a good speech.